Yayin da kwararowar hamada ke barazana ga al'amuran muhalli da gidaje, masana sun bayyana buƙatar ɗaukar matakan da suka kamata domin kaucewa matsalar. Sannan za ku ji cewa yayin da gwamnatin tarayya ta aiwatar da tsarin haraji, masu ruwa da tsaki sun bayyana buƙatar ci gaba da wayar da kan al'umma domin samun cikakkiyar nasarar shirin. Assalamu alaikum, barkamu da wannan lokaci, barkamu da sake kasancewa a cikin wannan shiri na kumbar labarai. Yau Alhamis 8 ga watan Janairun shekara ta 2026 tare da ni Ibrahim Sani. Za kuma ku iya kallon labaranmu kai tsaye ta hanyar sada zumunta da suka hada da Facebook, Instagram da ma YouTube. Yanzu kuma ga labaran namu bi da bi. Kwararowar hamada a jihar Jigawa da sauran sassan arewacin Najeriya na ci gaba da janyo babban damuwa, musamman ta bangaren muhalli, inda masu ruwa da tsaki suka yi kira da ɗaukan matakan da suka kamata domin kaucewa matsalar. Wakilin Ma'ala Adamu ya rawaito cewa wani masani kan muhalli na kira da ɗauki matakan gaggawa domin kaucewa barazanar da ka iya haifar da damuwa ta fuskar muhalli, gonaki da kuma cigaban tattalin arziki. Ga cigaban rahoton nasa.
Kwararowar hamada a jihar Jigawa da kuma sassan arewacin Najeriya na ci gaba da kasancewa babbar matsala, inda aka bayyana sare bishiyoyi ba bisa ka'ida ba a matsayin babban abin da ke ƙara tsananta matsalar. Bincike ya nuna cewa duk da dokoki da ke akwai, ana ci gaba da sare bishiyoyi ba bisa ka'ida ba, domin wasu mazauna yankunan sun mayar da hakan a matsayin samun hanyar samun abin dogaro, lamarin da ke ƙara lalata muhalli. Da yake magana kan wannan batu, Farfesa Usman Dawo Aliyu ya yi gargaɗi cewa matuƙar ba ɗauki matakin gaggawa ba tare da haɗin gwiwa, kutsen hamada zai mamaye gonaki nan ba da jimawa ba, lamarin da zai zama babbar barazana ga aikin noma wanda shine ginshikin tattalin arzikin yankin.
Bara kamar yau, bari shekaru da su gabata, ɗari ake mugunku, ni da yawan zafi nake ci, har an kunna fanka. Wannan shine gaskiyar ɗumamar yanayi. Wannan ba ƙaramar masifa ba ce.
Farfesa Da'u ya jaddada cewa ci gaba da yin sakaci zai haifar da raguwar amfanin gona, ƙarancin abinci da ƙaruwar talauci a tsakanin al'ummomin karkara.
Abin da masana suka ce shine matuƙar hamada ta ci gaba da kwararowa, za a wayi gari noma da kiwo ya gagara a wannan yankin.
Saboda haka ya shawarci al'umma da su rungumi al'adar shuka bishiyoyi tare da kare waɗanda ke akwai, yana mai nuna cewa rawar da al'umma za su taka tare da tsoma bakin gwamnati na da matuƙar muhimmanci wajen daƙile wannan mummunar al'ada. Har ila yau, masanin ya yi kira ga hukumomi da abin ya shafa da su ƙarfafa aiwatar da dokoki na kare muhalli tare da ƙara wayar da kan jama'a domin kare tsarin halittu da muhalli don al'ummomi masu zuwa. Al'adamu, labaran NTA.
Yayin da gwamnatin tarayya ta aiwatar da sabon tsarin haraji da nufin karfafa tattara kudaden shiga da kuma bunƙasa ci gaban ƙasa mai ɗorewa, a wata hira da wakilin Aminu, masana sun bayyana buƙatar tsarin a matsayin wanda ke da tasiri wajen bunƙasa tattalin arziki da kuma bunƙasa hanyoyin samar da kudaden haraji, inda suka bayyana buƙatar ci gaba da wayar da kan al'umma domin samun cikakkiyar nasarar shirin. Ga rahoton nasa.
Inganta tsarin tattara kudaden shiga zai ba wa gwamnatoci dama a dukkan matakai, damar da za su samar da ƙarin kudaden shiga domin gina muhimman ababen more rayuwa, kama daga hanyoyin sufuri, wutar lantarki, cibiyoyin lafiya da na karatu. Ana sa ran bunƙasa hanyoyin za su ƙarfafa harkokin tattalin arziki, su samar da ayyukan yi.
To wannan doka ta haraji doka ce wadda ta zo da tsari na duk abubuwan da aka samu, an yi tsari ga yadda za a kashe su. To inda aka bi wannan tsari za a samu ci gaba. Kuma wannan doka ta haraji ta yi tanadi na musamman ga masana'antu masu ƙaramin ƙarfi, wato micro, small and medium enterprises. Su ɗin in dai ba kudin da kake hada-hada da shi ba ya kai har miliyan 50, to in dai kasa da haka ne ba za ka biya ba.
Shekara da shekaru iyaye da kakanni kowa sun ana biyan haraji, to amma abin da ya bambanta da wannan shine yawancin harajin da ake biya za ga tsarin dokar da ake yin sa ba a samun wani jadawali ko kuma wani kundi da zai kunshi cikakken cikakken bayanai na duk abin da za a kamar yadda aka samu a wannan karan na wajen abubuwa guda hudu da aka zo da su wanda ake ganin duka ya shafi abin da ya shafi haraji. So da aka samu irin wannan document din kuma yawancin mutane abin da suke so shine a musu bayanin me document din ya kunsa, saboda a fahimta ta yawancin musamman daga nan bangaren Najeriya ba mu cika mai da hankali wajen karanta abin da yake cikin littafi, musamman idan littafin yayi yawa ba. Abin da muke bukata shine a samu wanda zai mana dan sauƙaƙa mana shi ya mana bayanin a cikin takaitaccen lokaci za mu gane me ake ciki.
Ana kuma sa ran sabon tsarin harajin zai tallafawa tare da bunƙasa tattalin arzikin al'umma baki ɗaya ta hanyar ɗaukar nauyin ayyukan jin daɗin al'umma, inganta tattalin arziki da rage dogaro da kuɗaɗen man fetur. Sun bayyana cewa biyan haraji haƙƙi ne da ya rataya akan kowane ɗan ƙasa, kuma muhimmin ginshiƙi ne na ci gaban tattalin arziki da bunƙasa rayuwar al'umma. Aminu, labaran NTA.
Yayin da aka shiga rukuni na biyu na sabunta rijistar masu zaɓe da hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta ta ƙasa take gudanarwa, masu da tsaki da suka hada da 'yan ƙungiyoyi masu zaman kansu sun yi kira ga al'umma da su yi amfani da damar don sabunta rijistar su ba sai lokaci ya ƙure ba.
Ƙungiyoyin tsarin rajista na ƙasa baki ɗaya yana da nufin tabbatar da cewa kowane ɗan ƙasa da ya cancanta zai samu damar shiga zaɓukan gaba da kuma bayar da gudunmawarsa wajen ci gaban dimokuraɗiyya. Sun jaddada cewa yin rijistar zaɓe haƙƙin ɗan ƙasa ne kuma mataki ne na farko wajen zaɓar shugabanni na gari a dukkan matakan gwamnati. Ƙungiyoyin sun buƙaci matasa waɗanda suka kai shekarun da suka dace yanzu, waɗanda suka sauya matsugunni da waɗanda suka rasa ko kuma katin su ya lalace da su ziyarci cibiyar rajista mafi kusa da ke faɗin jihar nan.
Ina so in amfani da wannan dama in kira ga al'ummar jihar Jigawa mu ɗauki wannan darasi kuma mu amfani da wannan muhimmiyar dama da muka samu a daidai wannan lokaci ta hanyar karɓar katin zaɓe ko zuwa mai rajistar zaɓe, domin waɗannan al'amura da ake a yanzu na ba da katin zaɓe da hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta ta ƙasa take yi, hakan na nuni da cewa babbar dama ce da muka samu wanda nan gaba kaɗan cikin 'yan watanni za ta iya rufewa har sai bayan an kammala zaɓe bayan shekara biyu.
A kwanan nan hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta ta ƙasa INEC ta tabbatar da cewa an tura ma'aikata da isassun kayayyaki domin gudanar da aikin cikin sauƙi da tsari mai kyau. Kan haka ƙungiyoyin suka shawarci jama'a da su je da takardun shaida na asalinsu sannan su rajista da wuri don gujewa cunkoso, musamman lokacin da wa'adin da aka tanada don yin rajistar ya taho ƙarshe. Ibrahim Sani, labaran NTA.
To haka ne kuma muka kawo ƙarshen rahoton namu a yanzu. Mu kwana lafiya, Allah shi ba mu alkhairin sa. Amin.
As harmful environmental practices threaten farmlands and livelihood, stakeholders call for urgent action to avert ecological crisis. Experts say the new federal government tax policy requires continued education and enlightenment to improve compliance. Good evening and a warm welcome to NTA Dutse News. My name is Awal Muhammad Kazauri. Now the news in details. Desert encroachment in Jigawa State and other parts of the northern Nigeria has continued to raise serious concern among environmental experts and stakeholders as unchecked deforestation and harmful environmental practices threatens farmlands and livelihoods. Ali Adamu reports that an environmentalist calls for urgent action to avert an impending ecological crisis.
The advancing desert in Jigawa State and across northern Nigeria has remained a growing challenge, with indiscriminate cutting of trees identified as a major contributor to the problem. Findings show that, despite existing regulations, the felling of trees continue largely unchecked, as it has become a source of livelihood for some residents. further worsening environmental degradation. Speaking on the issue, Professor Usman Dawaliu warned that unless urgent and coordinated measures are taken, desert encroachment will soon overtake farmland, posing a serious threat to agriculture, which remains the main economic bedrock of the region.
For circumstance, cold season begins from around November, which extends up to March of every year. What we are seeing today is entire difference. We are in fact using fans in a sense to cool ourselves, which means the hitherto cold weather is no longer in place.
Professor Dao states that continued neglect could lead to reduced agricultural productivity, food insecurity, and increased poverty among rural communities.
If the trend of desertification continues, in no time we'll no longer be able to cultivate our land, to breed animals. That is, agriculture will be history.
He therefore advised residents to embrace the culture of tree planting and to safeguard existing trees, noting that community participation alongside government intervention is critical to reversing the trend. The expert also called on relevant authorities to strengthen enforcement of environmental laws and intensify public awareness campaigns aimed at protecting the ecosystem for future generations. In Dutse, Aladam, NTA News.
Recently, the federal government implemented a new tax policy aimed at strengthening revenue generation and driving sustainable national development. In an interview with correspondent Aminu, expert says the policy, which seeks to expand the tax base and simplify tax procedures, requires continued education and enlightenment to improve compliance and make it easier for individuals and businesses to use digital tools to pay their taxes. The report.
With improved tax collection, government at all levels is expected to generate more revenue to fund critical infrastructure such as power supply, healthcare facility, and schools. These investments are expected to boost economic activities, create jobs, and reduce the cost of doing business.
The nature is progressive in that for the lower and middle income, they are going to pay less tax. In other words, for those that their earnings per year is not up to 800,000, they are going to be tax-free. They're not going to pay any tax. But if you are earning total at the end of the year is gross is 800 plus, then whatever is on top of that 800,000 is going to actually be a tax. So the good thing is that yes, the wealthier you are, the more tax you pay, and this will actually help to achieve the objective of redistribution of wealth in Nigeria, whereby the poorer will now get part of the money or the wealth of the richer for their welfare, for a very good living.
Expert has emphasized the need for continuation of public education and awareness to promote acceptability and voluntary compliance among citizens.
When there is any law, as far as I'm concerned, what is needed is for that law to be cascaded down, to be simplified and explained to the grassroots and the populace, so that everybody will know what actually this law contains. But we found out a lot of answers are provided in the document, but because of the lack of communications and proper engagement or information dissemination, people get scared because we are actually not in the point of reading a detailed document in the country. So we call on every stakeholder to those of us who can study the documents to study and simplify. Where there are concerns, of course, this concern must be addressed with the responsible entities and then maybe escalated down. More need to be done. The common man on the street is in total confusion. They need to be educated. They need to know that at the end of the day, they are the ultimate beneficiaries of this tax regime. It's very, very important, because you can hear a lot of versions from the public
and a lot of confusion. Okay, and so I suggest the government really need to put more framework and mechanism in place in order to sensitize the general public.
They note that tax payment is a shared responsibility and a key driver of the national development. The federal government has assured Nigerians of its commitment to transparency and the effective use of tax revenue for the benefit of all. Aminu, NTA News.
Civil society organizations have urged Nigerians who are yet to be captured in the voters' registration to take advantage of the ongoing registration exercise, warning that early participation will help avoid the usual last-minute rush. Ibrahim Sani has more.
According to the CSOs, the nationwide exercise aims to ensure that every qualified citizen is able to participate in future elections and contribute to the democratic process. They emphasize that voter registration is a civic duty and a key requirement for choosing credible leaders at all levels of government.
I therefore call on the good citizens of Jigawa State to take full advantage of this opportunity by obtaining their voters card, that is to say participating in the ongoing continuing voters registration anchored and facilitated by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC).
The organizations urge youth, newly eligible voters, individuals who have changed their residence, and those who have lost or damaged their permanent voters card to visit the nearest registration center across the state. Recently, INEC assured the public that adequate personnel and materials have been deployed to facilitate a smooth and efficient process. Residents are therefore encouraged to come along with valid means of identification and to register early in order to avoid last-minute rush and overcrowding. In Dutse, Ibrahim Sani, NTA News.
That was the news. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Shirin Nigerian for Women shiri ne da yake karkashin ma'aikatar al'amuran mata da walwalar jama'a ta jiha da ta tarayya. Shirin nan an kafa shi ne domin a inganta rayuwar mata da ta al'umma baki daya. Mata za su kafa kungiyoyi wanda ake kira Women Affinity Group domin su yi taimakekeniya a tsakaninsu da kuma tsimi da tanadi. Wannan shiri na Nigerian for Women na mata ne zalla 'yan shekara 18 zuwa sama masu sana'o'i a hannu. Wannan shiri na Women Affinity Group zai koya musu tattali, tsimi da tanadi game da jagoranci na gaskiya a ƙananan hukumomi guda 9, amma a yanzu za mu fara da guda 3. Za a fara shi a Dutse, a Malamadori, kuma za a fara a Kazaure. Iyayen ƙasa, dukkan wanda yake da ruwa da tsaki, a tallafawa wannan shiri domin inganta rayuwar mata da na al'umma baki daya.
Jigawa Star sabuwar duniya ga masu neman hutawa da nishadi. Katafaren hotel na Jigawa Star da ke Dutse, gashi a kan Dutse, an gina shi da Dutse kuma a cikin garin Dutse, babban birnin jihar Jigawa. Muna da dakuna 62 wanda zaka shakata ka wala, ka zagaya ka wata ya ka dawo ka ji tamkar kana gidanka. Muna da dakuna manya da kanana, ga na'urar sanya daki, sannan ga tauraron dan adam, ga duniya kana da kwanci a dakin ka. Ga hasken wutar lantarki kullum ba yankewa. Zo mu nuna maka karamci, ma'aikatan mu ba su gajiya wajen yin tattali tare da mutunta bakin mu. Ka zo ka kwashi lagwada, akwai mu da makekin ɗakin taro da ke ɗaukar nauyin kowane irin taron jama'a komai yawan su, da kuma wurin cin abincin mu don tabbatar da liyafa na dukkanin kayayyakin tantaɗe. Kazalika akwai mu da wurin motsa jiki na wasan kwallon tennis cikin kyautata lafiyar bakin mu, da kuma wurin wanka na ninkaya wato swimming pool. Jigawa City Star, sabuwar duniya ga masu neman hutawa. Jigawa Star sabuwar duniya ga masu neman hutawa da nishadi. Katafaren hotel na Jigawa Star da ke Dutse, gashi akan Dutse an gina shi da dutse kuma a cikin garin Dutse babban birnin jihar Jigawa. Muna da dakuna 62
You're the result, and to achieve there's a lot that's involved. You must get to the root of the problem in order to solve them. If it's left to linger, oh, a lot of things will suffer. 'Cause love could be lost, and there may be no more trust. So much can go wrong, oh, very wrong. Oh, you say you're right, I say that you're wrong. I say I'm right, you say that I'm wrong. Oh, the animosity can become so strong. All these games that we play, oh, there's got to be another way to fix things instead of silly games we play. All these games we play has got things going the wrong way. There'll be a lot to pay, no more cover, it's game over. It's game over. Cast aside like a ship without anchor, falling down like a tower.
So, were you able to sort things out with your wife?
How did you know I went out with my wife? I'm still considering it.
Consider no more. You are at the end of the road. I have a solution for it.
What is this? Have you finally gotten a job?
You know, I must say you are a very shy person. I have helped you to construct and develop a love letter.
Love letter?
Yes, love letter. All you need to do is just walk to her and give it to her.
Eti, listen to me. I am not a secondary school boy.
What kind of question is that? The kind of question a wife asks her husband. Do you think you're a good husband?
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Hi, Victoria.
What's up?
I'm fine. Victoria, how are you? I just came to know how you're doing.
Yes, is everything okay?
Yes, everything is fine.
But you look nervous.
Me? Nervous? No, I'm good. I'm fine.
Please talk to me. Is everything alright?
Victoria, yes. I'm fine. Everything is fine.
So, what's that in your hand?
It's letter.
My boss has finally asked me out on a date with him. Yes! No, I'm really excited. My husband asked you out. My husband asked you out.
From breaking news to heart-warming stories, NTA remains Nigeria's trusted voice. To our partners, government agencies, corporate bodies, political parties and religious institutions.
No, bad idea. I know what you're going to...
And I would really understand if you want to change your mind about me.
Well, I'm not changing my mind about you.
Really? I promise I'm going to keep our relationship as discreet as possible.
Relationship?
I'm sorry.
Is that what you want?
Nicole, there's no smoke without fire. You have to dig deep. Don't take this with levity.
Yetunde, there's nothing to dig. My husband cannot cheat on me.
I can't believe this.
Yetunde, I trust my husband. I mean, Andy can be anything. A spendthrift. He can be stubborn sometimes. But cheating? No, that's not his thing.
Okay. I said the same thing about my ex-husband until I cut him pants down.
Yetunde, your ex-husband and my husband are two different people.
My mother used to say that men are basically the same everywhere.
Well, Andy is a good man. And he's not giving me any reason to doubt him.
My ex-husband never gave me any reason to doubt him until...
Yetunde, stop comparing your ex with my husband, please.
Okay, it's alright. I'm just saying this because you're my best friend. I don't want you to experience what I went through. Be careful. Shine your eyes.
Okay.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Where are you coming from?
I want to see Victoria.
Is that why you're wearing a long face? The both of you got into a fight.
No, at all. I'm just confused about something.
Share it with me. What?
No, bad idea. I know what you're going to say, so forget it.
You're in for a surprise. Try me.
Okay, Etienne thinks I should ask Victoria out. He's saying that if I don't do it, someone else will just come and take her away.
Louis, I've told you all there is to this. You have your master's degree to worry about.
I knew it. I said that this was what you were going to say. I knew it.
But it's true. I told you yesterday. It's a very long way from here. You're going to meet a lot of amazing new people. And so would Victoria.
So Etienne is right. I'm really going to lose her.
Louis, worry about your studies and not Victoria.
But I love her. Rachel, don't give me that look now. Come on. I'm not a kid. I'm a mature guy. I know what love is all about.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Nicole, you must insist he answers that query. What is it? Hey, if you don't do that, he will take you for granted next time.
You're right on this one. You're very right.
For the fact
that he's your husband does not mean that he should disregard rules and regulation in the company. No! You're the boss here! True. What is all this? Hey? I don't know what men feel like these days. Hey? Just because they paid this miserable thing called bride price, they feel they own one from head to toe. You don't seem to like my husband much, do you? Why should I like him when he doesn't like me? At least you're honest, thank you. Yes, he banned me from coming to your house. So why should I like him? Because he's my husband. Anyway, that's the reason why I'm even respecting him. Because you know me, I don't take nonsense from people. Hey Tunde, you need to calm down. This is Africa. I'm so building what? I'm not a human any man can take for granted.
Hi. I got you a gift from my heart to you.
Really? Hi. This is beautiful.
You like it?
Yes, I love. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Alright, let me quickly keep it. I'll be right back.
I'll have to go through this document myself later, alright? Okay. In the meantime, I give this to the secretary. Tell her to type it immediately. I need it done immediately.
Alright.
Okay, cool. Lisa.
Sir?
I made reservations for us for later.
Really?
Yes.
That's nice. I'm excited.
I'm glad you're excited.
So when do we leave?
In 2 hours.
Okay.
Seriously, I promise not to disappoint you. I'll do everything possible, yeah? It's a promise. I want to thank you for being there for me, for loving me for who I am and not for what I have.
It's okay.
Thank you.
What is going on?
Louis, Mark and I are dating.
What? You're dating Monica? The driver?
Yes, we love ourselves.
Rachel, what are you even saying? He's a common driver.
Louis, you need to stop. I won't let you speak to him in that manner.
Rachel, he's right. I'm just a common driver.
No, you're not. He doesn't have the right to say anyone is common. Everyone is special in their own different ways.
I see. My sister and her husband must hear this.
Louis, wait.
What is wrong with me? I should be not asking that question, Rachel. Of all people in the world, is our family driver you didn't see to date? Of course I don't understand.
How can I love you?
But I should still say it.
What is the truth? You obviously don't understand how much we love ourselves. It all first started with PT. Eventually graduated to likeness. I just realized that I was already developing feelings for you.
What has Peter got to do with it?
Well, I don't like the way your wife treats you in the company. I mean, everything that you've been enduring.
How did you know all this?
It's obvious. Everyone in the office knows.
Everyone knows what?
That your wife is domineering. You know what? People actually think like she's the man in the relationship.
That's not true.
Well, that's what everybody thinks. That's what it looks like.
Including you? You know, my marriage hasn't always been like this. I don't know what happened. Nicole used to be really nice, very caring, and very tender.
One of which she is now.
Yes. Well, we're not here to talk about my wife and marriage. Are we?
Look, Rachel, you're missing the point here. I have absolutely no problem with you having a boyfriend. Of course not. But for God's sake, not with a common driver now. What future do you think that guy can offer you?
He's going to further his education if that's your problem.
Oh God, look, Rachel, I can't accept this. I'm sorry, I can't.
Louis, stop acting as if I owe you an explanation. We are not dating or anything like it. We are here because my brother is married to your sister, and that's it. We are in-laws. I'm old enough to date whosoever I choose. Do you understand that? So get over yourself and back off from Maduka. Go and complete your master's or whatever you call it. Excuse me. I don't know. It's up to you.
I have never cheated on my wife.
You would never make out if you don't want to. I mean, all I just want to do is be close to you. I just want to, comfort you when you need a shoulder to lean on. So tell me, have you thought of getting another job?
I tried a couple of openings in the past, but they were nothing to write home about.
And I'm guessing you gave up?
I felt it was best to remain where I am. Help my wife build the company. I mean, someday this company is going to go to my children. That's if we eventually have them. I thought I was doing the right thing.
And now you're convinced you're not?
That was the greatest mistake of my life.
I still really think you should get yourself another job. I mean, that's the only way you can get your respect back. I know how women think. I'm a woman. I'm sorry about what Louis said to you.
You don't need to explain anything, Shide. He was right. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? At the end of the day, we'll end up a common driver.
No.
Yes.
No, don't say that. You're an awesome man. And you have a good heart. All you need to do is further your education. And I won't have a hard time trying to convince my mother and brother to accept you.
I don't even know anymore.
Maduka, please, you need to do this for us. Please. And I promise you everything will be alright. Okay?
Do you think we can keep this relationship discreet?
Yes. I honestly do not think you have anything to worry about on my side.
I'm so going to prove him wrong.
Who is he?
Ladies, of course. You know, he thinks I'm not good enough for you.
Is that your plan?
Is that your plan? You want to turn my mother into your slave?
What are you talking about?
My mom is here because of her health conditions. You have to do your house chores.
You know, I just got back. And usually Rachel helps her in the kitchen.
Neither Rachel or my mother is my wife. You put my food to me. Rachel and I love each other. Rachel does not love you. She's very confused. Did she tell you that? It doesn't matter what she told me. Still is an car.
I asked her to come. She needed to get something for me.
I told you how I feel about this woman.
Stop pointing at her. That is so rude. What is it?
Get out.
Andy. Hey, don't go anywhere. Andy, this is my guest. You cannot embarrass me like this. I live in this house as well. I have the full right. I have the right to entertain whoever I want in my house. Stop it. Oh, Nico, it's okay. Don't worry. Probably I should go with this. You have no right to tell him to leave.
I don't have the right in my life.
No, you don't.
Seriously? Stand up and get out right now. Don't.
Sit down.
Stand up and get out right now.
Andy.
It's game no more cover. Games that we play. There's got to be another way. To fix things. Instead of silly games we play. Instead of silly games. All these games we play. All these games that we play. Things is going the wrong way. Things going the wrong way. Not today. No more cover. It's game over.
From breaking news to heart-warming stories, NTA remains Nigeria's trusted voice. To our partners, government agencies, corporate bodies, political parties and religious institutions, thank you. And to our millions of viewers, you are the reason we serve. Through every moment, big and small, we tell Nigeria's story with pride, balance and integrity. As the new year begins, expect more, better programs, innovative storytelling, clearer signals, and fantastic broadcast deliveries that meet global standards. Together, we move forward with stories that matter. Nigerian Television Authority, Africa's largest network. You